What are some NSFW life hacks? Use cold water to break down special goo instead of warm. Warm makes it sticky. Put a pillow under your ass or lower back when having sex. People want more details, so I'll provide more. Don't use the pillow you sleep on, obviously. Use a throw pillow or an extra pillow. Or if you really want, they make special hanky-panky pillows for this. During missionary. But it under the lady's ass. Under the man's ass. If doing prone. This gives you a better angle and makes things feel a lot better and streamlined. For the ladies, I've picked up weightlifting for the last 9 months. Doing deadlifts correctly have strengthened my pelvic floor muscles, glutes, and everything around that area. Places that even weighted Kegels didn't touch. Sex was great before, but it is mind-blowing now. I can engage those muscles I didn't know I had. The last time I had hanky-panky I had the best orgasm of my life. This might also be true for men. But as I'm not one, I can't weigh in. Spray for jockage is the same as the spray for athlete's foot and add $2 more expensive per can. If your balls itch, go with the athlete's foot spray. If it looks infected, it probably is. You're more likely to keep a partner long term with your mouth than with your genitals. You are correct. If you're good at balancing, you can use an office chair as a stepladder in a pinch. Came to this thread slightly horny. If you have diarrhea, rub coconut oil on your ass and a crack between the pooping sessions. It makes it so you don't have to wipe as much to get clean because the oil makes a barrier and it keeps your booty hole from getting to the shaft. If you're giving head and a pube is in your mouth, rather than making it a big deal or having to stop in order to remove it, simply lick their inner thigh. This is usually a dry area of skin and should remove said pube. May very well turn them on further and you don't have to really stop what you're doing. Don't have hanky-panky on a carpet. You will get rug burn. I was given this advice in high school long before I was having sex. From another friend who was not yet having sex. That he got from his friend that did. 13 years later and I have upheld this advice. If I'm on the floor there's a blanket. Put a towel down first. It's way easier to wash it than strip and remake the bed sheets. Insider trading is illegal only when you are poor and get caught. Not really a life hack. But girls, pee right after having sex. Drastically helps avoid a UT. If she says keep going, then keep going and change nothing about what you're doing to make her feel good. Run for Congress. If you win you can legally trade stock on insider information. You can store a quarter in your foreskin so you always have one if you go to Aldi and need a cart. If you or your partner has a penis, there are companies that will take a cast of it to make a custom dildo. If you have to bury a dead body to hide it, plant endangered plants on top so it's illegal to dig it up. Orgasms are great for getting rid of period pain. When a girl says oh god yes, don't stop. This is not your cue to go Super Saiyan and jackhammer the frick out of her pussy. You will only stall or completely ruin the orgasm she had building. But my woman gets loud when I do this. Yes. But she doesn't come. She gets louder because you suddenly went from a comfortable pleasurable speed to jackhammering the frick out of her pussy. When a girl says oh frick yes, don't stop. Put your pee-pee on goddamn cruise control and turn off your ears. To add to this, when she comes, this is not your cue to go Super Saiyan and jackhammer the frick out of her pussy either. Keep going that speed as you may cause a second orgasm. In fact, unless your girl is really into it, never go Super Saiyan and jackhammer the frick out of her pussy as it's kinda painful for them when you do this. Find your rhythm and keep going. When you are on the cusp, speed up just a smidge and bring out your orgasm. She will be all kisses and smiles and might even wait for you to get hard again. If time permits. If you find yourself with an inconvenient boner, hold your breath. The blood in your throbbing member immediately redirects to your heart, and before you know it you're rocking a tic-tac. If you put a body in a chemical base it dissolves faster. If you're having trouble bringing your girlfriend to orgasm, use a vibrator in conjunction with penetration. It's hard for women to orgasm from penetration alone. Clitoral stimulation, especially with a vibrator, makes it so much easier. For any young male who can't control their random boners, whenever you get one of those random ones in a bad time, flex any muscle. All the blood will rush to that flex muscle, taking the attention of your general. Blow on the end of your PP gently to make yourself piss on command. If didn't go in smoothly, try again. Don't just cram it in like a barbarian. That's how you break your PP. It's called the Pac-Man digital stimulation technique to please your lady. Thumb in, curled upward, with rest of fingers on outside pubic area. Lots of pressure on pubic reach and do a grabbing motion. You're always gonna have problems lifting a body in one piece. Apparently the best thing to do is cut up a corpse into 6 pieces and pile it all together. And when you got your 6 pieces, you gotta get rid of them. Because it's no good leaving it in the deep freeze for your mum to discover. Now is it? Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to pigs. You got to starve the pigs for a few days. Then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a pig's head. You gotta shave the heads of your victims. And pull the teeth out for the sake of the pig's digestion. You could do this afterwards, of course. But you don't want to go sieving through pig poop. Now do you? They will go through bone like butter. You need at least 16 pigs to finish the job in one sitting. So be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm. They will go through a body that weighs 200 pounds in about 8 minutes. That means that a single pig can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig. You can only do this once. But as a person with a penis, if you fricked up and pissed off your significant other, just do the PP helicopter the next time you have to change in front of them or come out of the shower or whatever. That should break the tension. You own a PP and always leak some drops of urine into your underwear from the aforementioned after peeing? Try sliding a pair of fingers against your perineum afterwards. That's the spot between your anus and testicles. Helps empty out the urethra completely. Additional tip is to wipe it with a paper afterwards. I still don't get it why every man doesn't do it. Always pee after sex. Plus it doesn't harm to rinse before and after sex. If you're going to stand on a swiveling chair, when ignoring OSHA regulations, be sure to have $136, $532 on hand. The maximum fine OSHA can give out when committing cyber crimes on a work computer. Be sure to use a non-logging VPN. Stunt your initial performance and slowly improve it to give your boss the illusion that you are actually improving. If having trouble whilst going down on a lady, try inserting your finger and curling it upwards, particularly around the back of her clitoris. Then stimulate the front of the clit with your mouth at the same time. I can't say my sample size is very large, but every time I've tried this it definitely took her enjoyment to another level. Never put your dick in a pencil sharpener. An EMT once told me that the best way to get away with murder would be to administer an insulin shot through a freckle. The freckle hides the needle mark. To ejaculate and to have an orgasm are two different things. If you can actively smell any part of yourself without trying, pits, crotch, all that good stuff, then people can smell you so much more. So as soon as you catch a whiff of yourself without actively trying to get a smell, get to a bathroom and wash and spruce up if you can. You can use condoms to carry water if you're camping or in a survival situation. They are extremely stretchy and can become as big as a human torso in the right conditions. Also, anyway, there was a story arc in Home and Away where several people get stuck in the Australian wilderness after their small plane crashed and one character ended up getting pregnant as a result of might as well while we're still alive sex. Also, tampons can be used to plug severe wounds, such as gunshot wounds or stab wounds. Twisting the pee-pee like a bop, it produces a heightened orgasm. If you feed a moose, it may become aggressive and attack the next human it meets if they have no food to offer. It may or may have not become my favorite hobby now. If you wait until late morning to take your morning dump until you absolutely can't wait any longer, you can have a morning full of powerful and pungent farts. Cheap BDSM solutions. Nylon rope from the hardware store is way cheaper, more versatile and safer than kinky handcuffs. Get your sub a nice expensive collar. But a metal leash from the pet store is just as good for the leash part. Don't buy a gag. Use her panties. Spanking is free. A human can fit 3 raccoons in his anus. Edit. Just realized it says life hack and not fact. Leaving this cause people already responded. But oops. Okay, hear me out on this one. Memorize your partner by touch. Right now you're thinking, what the frick is this person saying? Whenever you have time, and try to hold yourself from getting too horny, take your clothes off and slowly but firmly run your hands over every centimeter. This is a unit of measure for those of you who use body organs to measure distances of your partner's body. The point isn't to just touch them everywhere. Memorize the landscape of their skin. Learn every muscle's position. Notice the difference in body temperature from one place to another. What places are smoother than others? It also doesn't hurt to check if your partner has any lumps or something they should be aware of, and let them do the same to you. Afterwards, the trust built between you two, the serenity of this action, it will make you notice and do things later in bed you didn't even know you could sense or do. If you lose weight, your pee-pee gets bigger. But be careful. The opposite is also true. For men, if you press 3 fingers firmly to that line that runs from your balls to your butthole when you orgasm, you can prevent yourself from ejaculating. Pleasure of orgasm with no semen coming out. Helpful when you don't want to deal with cleanup. Note, not effective birth control method. As a guy, the book She Comes First is a must. Learn cunnilingus dudes. Edit, a coma. For people who have partners with prostate, finger in, and then try to reach the pee-pee directly from there. That's where the spot is. Massaging gently and only with the tip. Never with the nails. If you dock your genitalia with the opposite genders and wiggle it about, you can spawn a whole new life. The pee-pee can be used for more than just peeing. If you're banging a stranger, keep the condom. Slip it into a pocket or flush it. Don't leave it lying around. Source: a friend of a friend's hookup took the condom up, used it, and now he's looking at 18 years of child support payments. She admitted to doing this but denies it in court. Obviously. If you find some good porn, save it. Just write down the title in a memo or something. Your future self will thank you. Store your hanky-panky toys on top of anything you don't want found. When your roommate is trying to pocket cash or your mom pops open the drawer snooping for weed, they'll see the sexy stuff and immediately slam it shut again. This works for basically anyone in any situation except romantic partners. Every hole in the body can fit at least one finger. When deciding to grow corn, don't buy corn kernels or fertilizer. Wait until there is a family BBQ or sporting event. There will usually be corn there for consumption. Only eat the corn. Very important part. Once the corn makes its way through your digestive system, poop into a container and mash it down. Then after it dries, Sprinkle the cornflake fesses into the soil. Water it. Watch it grow. Eat it. And repeat. Try putting something in your butt. Feels good. If you go to a party and you realize it is going to be one of those parties, you can stick your pee-pee in the mashed potatoes.
Hi there. Look, if you enjoyed the video, well, why not go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to Reddit Stories. In fact, if you want to see even more responses to this thread, well then, take a look. There's the link in the description below. And remember, show some love to those authors while you're there. And I look forward to seeing you next time.